that you're my brother. That anyway, you know your stand. If you say you can't breathe, I'll show you we can. Ain't never gonna stop believing. We were born for freedom. We're born for freedom.
All right. How y'all doing? Wait for a couple people to jump in. God, this is bright. Yeah, can't see nothing. Got no arms. I have no arms. Tripping. I thought we would do a little watch party, but first, as always, we do a little housekeeping. Do not forget that the fundraiser has begun. We just have 5 more days, y'all. 5 more days. Thank you to everyone who's made your donations so far. Make sure you get those in. Your deliverables are ready. Okay, your deliverables are ready, and I'll give those to you on Saturday. No, I got to work Saturday. I'll give those to you on Saturday or Sunday, and then we will decide what day we are going to do the private stream, the Prince party. Y'all heard of Darling Nikki. About to have Darling Jenny. I just got off work, and I need to get right. So I got me a Blood and Honey, a Texas ale from Revolver Brewing Company, ale brewed with blood orange peel, Texas honey, and spices. This has probably been one of my favorite beers. I don't think the brewery is in Austin. Granbury, Texas. This is 7%. There's a lot of great beer here in Texas. Texas is one of my favorite states for good craft beer. Very, very impressed. Very impressed. Not too many in Austin, but there's some really good ones coming out of Dallas, Fort Worth, DFW, Houston as well. Yeah, some of the ones around here. I don't even like Tito's vodka. Ugh, nasty. I've had some bad experiences with Tito's vodka. Not drinking that again. What's up, 13th floor? Happy to have you here. You guys share. Make sure if you are not following me on my other platforms to do that. I just hit over 1,000 followers on Instagram, but some of them are cam girls. And some of them are like these like spiritual like psychics and tarot card readers and stuff. And I don't want to fucking know my future anymore. I honestly don't. I just don't. And I already know what's wrong with me, and I'm in therapy for it. So it's like I really don't need any more assistance from the spiritual realm. Trust me. I'm good. If you are on Twitter, I am at Rage Red Pill, so it is reversed. If you'd like to send me an email, I'm redpill_rage@protonmail.com. On TikTok, my current account, trying to really censoring myself, and I'm not used to that. But this is my sixth account on TikTok, and I'm just fucking sick and tired of putting so much work into it. And you guys know I make great videos. My videos are fucking great. My content is always good on all my platforms. But yeah, I'm going to tread more lightly. Really try very hard not to get into anyone's drama, not to state my opinion about anybody I don't know. Now, if I fucking know you and I've had an experience with you, I'm gonna fucking talk shit. But if I don't, I won't. That's the problem with TikTok, is that everybody's in everybody's business. I've already had one rumor spread about me, probably going to have a couple more. I'm not surprised. Are we surprised? No. Am I the drama? I'm not the drama. Am I the villain? I'm not the villain. Gab and Rumble, RedPillRage. And don't forget, again, get your donations in for my friend Zach. Okay, get your donations in. We need to get those in now. Okay, if you got paid on Friday, you should have your donations ready. I've been telling you guys about this since the end of February. Okay, I told you guys to put your money away, put it to the side, whatever you have to do. And then I extended it. I gave you guys another week to get it together. All right, so let's get it together. Now, as you guys know, I have been reading. I finished my Art of War series. On Tuesday, we will continue with Robert Greene's 33 Strategies of War. I have an incredible chapter that I want to read to you. It's going to be great. All right. And then also on my Instagram page, I am reading a book called It's Your Ship, Management Techniques from the Best Damn Ship in the Navy. So clearly, what have I been complaining about? We have no leadership on our side. We have no one steering the ship. You know, we have a lot of talkers. We have a lot of narrators. We have a lot of marketing people. But we don't have any leadership on our side. We don't have anyone listing the action items that we need to be doing as patriots to fight back. Except for me, because, you know, I doubted myself and I placed my faith in so many organizations and so many people. And not to say that they failed, but what they see as activism, I don't really see as activism. What they see as fighting back, I think the strategy is getting kind of old and it's not working. So it's time to shift gears. And really, if we are going to model our strategy off of anyone, we should be modeling it off after the enemy. We should know their playbook. And we should be either mimicking it, replicating it, and then turning it around back on them, which is what Sun Tzu talks about all the time. You know, find out what their weak spots are, observe, be temperate. All right, we're not doing that. But God has saved my life after an attempted murder last year, saved my life, brought me back from the dead. Because apparently I have to lead the resistance now. I love you, Brendan Straka, but Brendan Straka ain't it. I love the Yellow Jackets, but Enrique Tarrio ain't it. Clearly. We only have a couple of congressmen and women and senators that actually aren't rhinos on our side. And the rest of all the people that we love, as much as we love them, they're somewhere between entertainers and marketing executives. That's really all they are, you know. I'm not talking shit. I mean, we love Bongino, we love Tucker. Some people love Candace. We love Turning Point. We love PragerU. We love all those people. We love all those organizations. But what are they doing? And what are the action items? They don't have any. They don't have any. They're just we get motivated by them and we get comforted by them because they share the same viewpoints that we do, and they're observing the same things in life in America that we are observing. And that excites us and it makes us feel supported. But guess what? Fuck your feelings. I'm done with feelings. I want to talk about what we can do. So I thought it would be kind of fun if I gave you guys a little throwback, because this is a video that I made in 2020 before the election. And it would be kind of cool to like kind of go back and compare and contrast what I was saying then with the things that we have to do now. So I call this video MAGA Inc. And the reason I called it MAGA Inc. is because even back then, what I was observing, because I'm a real general, I'm a qualified general. And I'll read the qualifications of a general again. What I was observing is that we have a lot of people who are very good at the talking points, whether they are good at the talking points in a comedic way, or they're good at expressing the talking points in a serious way, or in a logical way, or in a psychological way. And they're all good, and everybody has a role in this fight, like everybody does. But the problem is we don't actually have qualified leaders. So let me just, this is the most important part. Why do I keep fading in and out? This is the absolute most important part of this book. If you don't go back and watch my series, fine, don't. But I want to make sure I get this in your head as we proceed forward. So the commander's qualifications: strength, wisdom, weakness, unenlightened; strength, knowledge, credibility, weakness, brutalizes and fears the masses. So what that means is that some leaders are just overkill with it, or some leaders are scared of the masses and they don't want to rock the boat. Strengths: strictness, weakness, not strict. How many times have I said we have no discipline? We have no fucking discipline. If I give you 6 weeks to come up with $20 and you can't come up with $20, I'm sorry to tell you I love you, but you have no discipline. And that's for the fundraiser. Okay. Strengths: benevolence, weaknesses, loves the people. Now, we all love the people. We all love each other, okay? But there's a difference between loving and appeasing. And I think what Sun Tzu means here is appeasing. You can love people but not be strict with them. You can love people and continue to appease and enable dysfunctional, unproductive, bad behavior. Strengths: courage, weakness, committed to life. Now, obviously, we're all committed to life. None of us really want to die. But if we don't have some people who are willing to lay down their lives for what is right, then, we're fucked. Strengths: skillful analyst. Weakness: unable to fathom the enemy. What do I keep saying? Observation and temperance. The yin and the yang, the heaven and the earth. You can't fight the enemy if you don't know what they're about, what their motivation is, what their emotions are, what their weaknesses are. That's where it's important to have good intelligence, good recon. You need that. We need that. Strengths: unconcerned by fame. Weaknesses: obsessed with achieving fame for purity. Ooh, I said it. Well, Sun Tzu said it, but I'm saying it too. We got a lot of grifters in the community. This is such a good beer. We got a lot of grifters in the community. A lot of people have made a lot of money off of this hat. A lot of people have ran a lot of fucking scams off of this hat. Let's just keep it real. I might even be naming some of those people because at the time I supported them. So again, after we watch the video, we'll compare and contrast. Strengths: unconcerned by punishment. Places the army first. Tranquil. Weakness: easily angered. Ooh. Now I'm going to be honest with you. And you guys have watched me over the past 12 months. You have watched me go through some shit with other patriots. You know why? Because just because we're on the same side doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of motherfuckers running around here with MAGA hats and flags and calling themselves conservative this, Republican this, patriot this, and they are mentally fucking ill. And mentally ill people are a liability to our movement. And y'all need to start getting real attuned to what is a healthy person that you can follow behind. Not saying I am, but I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. What is a healthy person that you can take orders from, and somebody who's just whacked out of their minds, you know, on testosterone, on T, you know who I'm talking about there, because many of them got drug problems, got alcohol problems, all kinds of people on our side that is fucked up in the head. And you know what? Those are the ones we put on the line first so they can die first, because you can't trust nothing that comes out of their mouths. Obscure. Strength, obscure. Weakness, hasty to act. Strengths, upright. Weakness, arrogant. Strength, self-disciplined. Weakness, weak. Strengths, strong commander. Weakness, poor commander. Strengths, clever and inventive and has all-encompassing talents. We're going to play the video, but first, there's a lot of comments here. Okay. Disavowed, hello. Oh, I'm a conspiracy confirmer. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy confirmer, because I don't believe any conspiracies until I start seeing evidence of it and patterns of it. But thank you, it's a compliment. Milk dud, why are you calling me a milk dud? Because I'm sweet. You like the drama? You like the villains? I'm not the drama. Some of the J6 boys have been acquitted. Also, some of the people involved in the Whitmore kidnapping plot. Well, the Whitmore thing was, that was Antifa. That wasn't anyone on our side. None of them that I know have been acquitted yet, but the fraternity, they're mad at me, so they don't talk to me anymore. And that's fine, because I don't want to talk to them either, because again, bad intel. All they do is stab each other in the back, lie on each other, and the fraternity is not what it used to be. And it's certainly not what I thought it was. And then when I realized how many of them were fucking psycho, I love them, but like psycho, like I don't fucking listen to anything they say at this point. We are building the council, but we have to build me up, because if I'm here to lead the resistance, we need to make sure that my intel is good, my team is strong, and that everyone around me, including all of my ragers, are able to analyze information objectively and come up with ideas that are effective. I could build an entire team of marketing people, no problem. We already got that. What do you think Turning Point is? What do you think PragerU is? They're all marketing. They're all just repeating what everyone's thinking, just repeating it in different ways. But that's not necessarily an indication of quality command. You see, there's a difference. And I'm going to talk about that when we get into the video. Okay. 9 heads are members of the council, head of economics, head of marketing, head of political engagement, head of such and such. You get the gist. Hold on. Let me screenshot that. Hold on. I'm on my phone. Let's get down to business. That's actually really, really good. We need a head of tech. We need a head of tech, head of economics, head of marketing, head of political engagement, head of enforcement. Oh, that was really good. I love that idea. Thank you so much, Jason. Cheers. You get a slay for that. Okay. Hello, Sky. How are you? I'm not a boy. I don't have a penis, but you could say proud of your girl. I don't know how many of them hate me and how many of them still like me right now. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Hello, Lawrence. Hello, Mo. Mo, I'm gonna give you the link. I want you to jump in, please. I need you to jump in because you're one of the ride or die. You're one of my riders. You're one of my riders. Okay, I need you to jump in this chat. Please, Mo, jump in the chat, jump in the chat, jump in the chat, please. Mr. Braiding, hi, how are you? Mr. Braiding, make sure you get your donations in and you can screenshot it on and send it to me on Instagram like you did last time. We're having a Prince party. Okay, you've heard of Darling Nikki. You're about to get Darling Jenny. It's just gonna be wild. And we're having a special guest appearance from the Joker. Yes. Am I the villain? Am I the villain? I'm not the villain. I'm about to be the villain. Everybody has beer and cigarettes, but no 20 bucks. Exactly. Everybody has Starbucks and McDonald's money, but they don't have $20, right? Thank you for your donation, Jeff. You're the best. Mo, I need you to jump in the chat. Mr. Braiding, if you want to jump in the chat, please do. Jeff, if you want to jump in the chat. Lawrence, if you want to jump in the chat, please do that. Conspiracy psychoanalyst engineer sounds much better. Look at y'all coming up with these terms. I like that shit. Hold on. Screenshot that. If I don't screenshot or write things down, I will forget. You can be the head of Baby Goats. Hey, you know what? If you want to head up the nutrition and fitness department, please be my guest. Please be my guest. Thank you. I want some baby goats. They're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. Baby goats are like my life. They're my life. Like when the war is over, guys, maybe even before, but when this whole thing is fucking over and we're all living off the grid, you know, like it's just going to be me and my goats. Like I'm never going to have another baby. Don't know if I'll ever find a husband. Like I'm just me and the baby goats, and I'll just be happy. You know, I'll just, bang younger guys. I mean, I can easily be a cougar for the rest of my life. That's fine. It's not what I want, but if I have to, that's what we're going to do. What's up, Mo?
Hello, what's up? Hold on, Justice. I had to do a test stream real quick and adjust the camera right back again. All right. I think I'm good. I move the microphone. All right, here we go. What up, Jen?
So I'm happy you're here. You're the perfect person to be in this stream with me because you and I have been very, very active over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
What I'm going to play for us tonight is a video called MAGA Inc. that I made 2 years ago before the election. And we're going to compare and contrast.
Yeah, let me share this out.
How much of what I said then was accurate, and then the differences that we're seeing now. So share. I am going to throw the video on. This is an old school banger from RedPillRage before I was totally shadow banned and demonetized. I was literally only monetized for like a couple of like maybe 3 months.
They don't like you.
Oh, they hate me. They hate me. So without further ado, we're going to watch it. And anytime you want me to pause the video, if you have a thought that you want to share, Mo, just like raise your hand or raise a glass or just let me know if you want me to pause it and you can give some feedback. Okay.
Okay.
Like a porn star from the 70s. No. Not in this light. Anyhow, all right. So what I wanted to talk about, I can't, okay. When I say that I girl crush on Karen Kennedy, like I kind of do, because she shakes me up. Like she kind of scares me in the right way. And it's not that she scares me. It's just that I have empathy for her.
I don't feel her pain, but I see her pain and I have empathy for her. And I know she's probably like the nicest person in the world, but she's been through some fucked up shit and she's taken the country back. And people like her are taking the country back. And one thing that I noticed about watching her most recent video is that the woman has a brain. The woman has a brain. She's played the game in life. She ain't no spring chicken. She's been around the block. She knows what she's talking about, and she's going to make sure that no one can ever call her a liar. And I love that about her. So it got me to thinking, you know, especially with, you know, the video that Sigma made and just, you know, some of the comments where people are like, hey, you know, you forgot to add Chandler Crump, or you forgot to add so-and-so. And it's like, listen, not everybody has to like everybody, but everybody plays their own role. You know, like I have seen certain truthers get totally shit on for not liking Candace Owens. You know what I mean? So we can't be cliquey and we can't be divisive, and we have to all understand that we're all on this team for a reason, and we're all on this team because we play a different role. And I just wanted to kind of illustrate to you what I felt was if I could see the movement as I would see the structure of a company. And the reason I think in terms of business is because A, I'm a chef, so, you know, I am a junior manager. I do deal with real life shit, you know. I do understand management and leadership on more of a cognitive and professional level. So it's not like I'm just talking out of my ass when I talk about this. My entire other beer brand revolves around business and beer, you know, so it revolves around hospitality, leadership, mindset, things of that nature, you know, knowing how to play to people's strengths, knowing how to hire for character, knowing how to put everyone in the roles that are best suited for their strengths, best suited for their skills and talents and their personality. And I just want to be really honest here, and I don't want anyone to unfollow me here, but this is the way that I see it. And, you know, I look at people like Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, Steven Crowder, even Alex Jones to a small degree. I look at people like David Harris Jr. And when I look at them, as much as I love them and as much knowledge as they spit, Ben Shapiro, they spit so much knowledge, like it's great, but they're the mouthpieces. You know, I see them as sales reps. I don't see them as leaders. Let me tell you why, before you get mad, okay? They are so good at handling anything and everything that comes at them. I mean, really, they're warriors more than anything else. They're warriors, okay? They can handle any congressman, any media person. They get spit on, they get yelled at, they have things thrown at them. They maintain their cool while under pressure. To a certain degree, I think people like that, they have to be a little bit sociopathic, just a little bit. I'm kidding, maybe not, but I'm just, listen, okay, don't get mad at me. I'm just talking about things psychologically. I'm looking at this, we're looking at the movement as a company. Just for this one video, we're gonna focus on the business of what we're doing here, the business side, okay? So they're sales reps, okay? They are people who know every statistic at the drop of a dime. They know every percentage, they know numbers, okay? They can drop every fact, they can rebut every argument, and they can do it without breaking a sweat. And it's an amazing talent to have. And that's why they are like literally the high performance ones. If they worked in real estate, they would be the ones selling multi-million-dollar mansions to celebrities. They're not gonna be the ones, you know, flipping houses, you know, flipping 40 grand, you know, Florida houses. You know what I mean? They're not those kind of realtors. They're the top realtors, okay? They're the top sales guys, okay? That's why I say they're not leaders. They are people who can see the problem. They can see it very clearly. They can force everyone to understand the problem. They can back up what they.
Go ahead.
This kind of reminds me of something like when you go to church, you have the big time churches, right? But you got the they can do this. They do the same thing as Candace and Charlie Kirk could do. But you got the people that I've seen at these storefront churches that had the most powerful message because they right there on the forefront, right there. They breaking a sweat. You know, I look at myself as I break a sweat. I pop a blood vessel. You know, yelling at everybody, cussing everybody in the chat room. They try their hardest not to curse, and we freely curse, say fuck.
Exactly.
Go ahead, play the video. I just want to get my input.
No, you're right. And that's the whole point. And we're looking at this from a psychological standpoint, is that different personalities are going to engage different people. You know, there are people who will listen to me that will never listen to Candace. There are people who will listen to Candace and will never listen to me. You got people who love Alex Jones. I like Alex Jones, but I'm not like in love with Alex Jones.
Right.
I like Ben Shapiro, but I'm not like in love with Ben Shapiro. You know, I have been called, and this is the greatest compliment of my life, I have been called the female Jericho Green, because I just don't give a fuck. I'm a chef, and I'm a blue collar woman, and I've been a blue collar woman my whole life, and I don't know how to be anything else. So when people want more of a down to earth kind of interpretation of what's going on in America, you come to me. If you want statistics, you go to someone else. If you want psychology, you come to me. If you want emotion, you go to someone else. I mean, it's just, everyone's different. And that's why I said, like in the video, I wasn't talking shit. I'm just trying to illustrate that good leaders delegate to their staff based on their talents and their strengths and their personalities. And we're all in this fight. It's not for me to say who God puts in this fight. I'm just saying, you know, this is here we are, Mo. We're 2 years later, 2 years after I made this video. And I'm seeing things a little bit different. But yeah. Let's watch a little bit more.
All right, next.
They say they can hold their own, and they can do it in the best way possible. Okay, so I'm not taking that from them. When I look at people like Diamond and Silk, okay, I love them to death. I love them to death. But I don't see them as leaders. I see them as HR ladies. Okay, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible. I see them as HR ladies. They're the ones who still have a lot of love in their heart. They're super empathetic. They're funny. They're sweet. They're kind. You know what I mean? They're those ones that are going to make sure that everybody gets their birthday parties. You know, everybody gets a cake on their birthday. They're going to make sure that everybody's taking their breaks. They're going to make sure that there's drinks in the staff room for Casual Friday. That's what I see them as. Okay, they're a great asset to this movement, but I don't see them as leaders. Okay. Then we've got the comedic portion of our movement. Okay, we've got Milo Yiannopoulos, whatever his name is. Okay, Ben Shapiro to some degree is a comedian. Candace Owens is a comedian. Hodge twins, all of them. That they're all funny as shit, and the reason they're funny as shit is because they're just stating the truth. Michael Knowles is funny as shit. Okay, Dinesh D'Souza is kind of funny too. He's hella sarcastic. We all are. A lot of us are. Okay, it's great. We need them because they are. They're like the cool delivery guys that come in and make everyone laugh at the right moment. That's what they are. Okay. But again, I don't see them as leaders. Okay. When I think of a leader, what I think of is someone who can get the ball going from point A to point B. They see the problem and they don't need to waste any more of their breath talking about the problem. They're taking notes. They're writing shit down. They're coming up with strategies. They're looking at blueprints. They're auditing wasted money. These are the ones that I think are the leaders in this movement. And so that's why I just had to come back to Karen Kennedy, because when this woman speaks, I don't hear a sales rep. I don't hear a beautiful model. I don't hear an auntie. I don't hear a comedian. I don't hear quality assurance. What I hear when I hear her speak is the COO of a company. That's what I hear. Karen Kennedy is a natural born executive level operations manager. Okay, that's what she is when I see her and I watch her. And I think if you know anything about business, and if you know anything about being put in a situation where you got to move the scale and you got to make some hard decisions and you got to move some money around and you got to let some people go and you got to bring on some better people, that's leadership. That's the heart and soul. That's the nuts and bolts of all.
Go ahead.
my input on this, and I always said this, and people like them got to play the game, and people like us don't play the game.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, this political shit is a game, but they just got to play the game, man, because they don't want let's be real, you know, that they rely on this. We don't. We got real jobs over here, and we don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Okay, next.
All of this is not just saying this guy's an asshole, but strategizing what the fuck can we do to get rid of him. You hear what I'm saying? You hear the difference here? Does it mean making videos? Does it mean losing my voice? Does it mean getting in the street? Does it mean standing in the hot sun, you know, with sweat, asking complete strangers for their signatures? Does it mean sitting there and having to listen to fucking liberals, you know, get mad at me and get offended? Does it mean having to have crazy dudes come up to me and just sit there and fucking talk and talk and talk and talk? Does it mean I might have to fucking take a couple on the chin because you know a couple guys are going to try to hit on me when I'm out there? Okay. Yes, that's what it means. It means the work. Okay. So let's just jump right into Karen Kennedy. I'm done talking. I'm going to let her do the talking. And I think you will understand why I speak about her the way that I speak about her. Let's go.
During the Barr testimony today, if you were able to witness any of that garbage, Attorney General William Barr testified before the sadistic Democrat Congress. Thank God there were some Republicans in attendance. But I'm going to go ahead from my Gold Star Widow point of view, and I'm going to chime in on this because the Democrats hate veterans. You want to know how? You want some proof? Okay, I'll give you proof. Today, I listened to part of a Fox News interview. Eric Swallows Not So Well kept referring to these terrorists, these rioters.
By the way, the video in A Tale of Two Karens, again, that is something that she filmed in 2018. This was something that she dropped, I believe, yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
Protesters posing as veterans, posing as mothers. When you touch these ugly bitches with a 10-foot pole, all of a sudden, they're not mothers. They have 37 abortions. They're not mothers. They're liars. Okay. And these are not veterans. These are individuals who are committing stolen valor. They are not veterans. Democrats hate fucking veterans. They always have. They always will. And I will prove it to you. Okay. I will prove it to you. Today, Attorney General William Barr testified in front of these stank-ass morons on various questions. One of the things that they tried, the Democrat, shitty, hellish, so-called political party tried to push forward was that these poor protesters, these poor mothers, these poor individuals, they just need a piece of bread, according to Alexandria Sandy Cortez. They just need bread. So they're rioting, they're looting, they're stealing things, they're destroying federal property. Oh, and by the way, you cannot destroy federal property. Believe you me, you cannot destroy federal property. If I go out on the job where I work and even touch a sign that is posted in front of a building on federal property, do you know what will happen? The freaking federal police will pull up and they will haul my black ass off. You cannot. Federal Protective Services will haul your ass to wherever they take you for federal incarceration. You cannot destroy federal property. These Democrats, these politicians know this. They don't care. They don't care. Okay. Let me get back to my story. So these nasty individuals who keep claiming that they care about veterans. Eric Swallows Not So Well. These veterans. You're sending federal officers to try to molest and harass and accost and assault veterans. Fuck you. You don't like veterans. You hate veterans. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because since 1972, since the widow's tax was enacted, advocates have been going to Congress every fucking year to try to get in on the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, for years. Let me repeat, since 1972. And every year, the Democrat Party tells poor widows who are only getting, and they had to beg for that shit, $300 fucking a month. $300 a month. While y'all they gave Iran $150 billion. But you know what? I ain't mad because you know why? Because finally, on the 9th of December 2019, President Trump, let me repeat, President Trump eliminated the widow's tax by including survivors, which are what, maybe 68,000 people. They could not, they act like, oh, we can't find it in the budget. We can't find it in the budget. We can't find it in the budget. Every year. We went back every year, went to Congress every fucking year, and they told us we can't find it in the budget. We can't find it in the budget. Oh, we just can't find it. But put on your motherfucking glasses and look a little bit harder. So big ass Oompa Loompa Jerry Nadler.
You see why I'd say that about her? Because this is the level that she thinks on. Okay, she's not playing. Karen Kennedy is not playing with y'all no more. She's not. Okay, you guys, y'all motherfuckers let loose the beast when you fucked her over and her husband and her child. You guys fucked up. You guys brought this on yourselves. Whatever this woman becomes in the future, you guys brought that on yourself. This is why she's COO.
So-called House Judiciary Chairman. That sack of shit.
She's not having no bullshit.
Hey,
You need somebody to come to your company and clean house? You hire Karen Kennedy. She's not having it.
Well, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to talk under his clothes. But he's pathetic. He's a loser just like the rest of them. They hate veterans. They hate them. They hate us. They hate survivors of veterans. And they do not care. So stop using veterans to try to defend these terrorists, these individuals who are destroying federal property, who are destroying people, who are murdering people in broad daylight. We don't want to be associated with that. We have nothing to do with this garbage. Stop using our names in vain. Eric don't swallows that well, and get rid of that beard, because we don't want to know about your carpet munching. We don't want to know what you do in the dark corners of your room, and between you and who's that other dumb motherfucker, Tim Wheeler. Y'all's doms are not hitting y'all hard enough. So maybe you need to get a new dominatrix, bitches. Stop using the name veterans in your garbage. That hearing, so-called hearing, was disgusting. They are despicable. They are incorrigible. They are nasty, and I cannot believe we are paying fat ass Jerry Nadler to sit up and fucking sleep, literally at a hearing. Go look at the videos on Twitter. This fool was knocked the fuck out.
She's not dead. You fall asleep in one of her meetings, your ass is grass. You fall asleep in one of her fucking meetings, you fall asleep on a Zoom call with Karen Kennedy, your ass is gone. Pack your shit, put it in a box, and call security to escort your ass out.
Nigga, what?
We're paying you $200,000+ plus all your pension you won't get because your fat ass has been in Congress for like 700 years. These motherfuckers have been making so much money off of us.
Yep.
They want us to live in these rotten to the core Democrat cities without protection.
Yep.
They want the police while they get armed security day and night. Oh, don't believe me? Look at Lori Lightfoot. Look at Beetlejuice's ugly ass. Oh, she wants the police to protect her 24/7 while these.
Okay, so just a reminder how about it RedPillRage is. I went to Lori Lightfoot's house. I went to Lori Lightfoot's house
And I missed that.
Yeah, I went to her house in February of last year, 2021. And yeah, she still has two police cars in front of her house. And I mean, I haven't been to Chicago. I went to Chicago once, but I haven't been since last year or so. No, I've been to Chicago a few times. I went in February and I went in November, and I didn't go by her house in November. But yeah, that's still current. She, defund the police and, but she still has two cops in front of her place, just saying. I was going to toilet paper her house. I was going to throw X.
Hey, you should have did that shit.
There were two cops there. And they saw me driving back and forth.
Right.
And then they kept looking at me, and I was like, dude, I got a plane to catch. I can't get arrested today.
No, that's a misdemeanor. You'd be locked up for 2 hours and you ain't got to go to court for it. I know the rules at Chicago.
I should have done it.
You don't have to go to court for disorderly conduct in Chicago. They won't put warrants for you for disorderly conduct.
You mean Chirac?
Yeah, Chirac. Look, I don't got like over 50 disorderly conducts in Chicago. Seriously, no joke. In my 20s, and never went to court for them. I've been out in 2 hours. Stop. I'm being a bad influence. Hey, we can't hear you, Jen.
I was just saying, hey Jeff, you know, you stick with me. You stick with me, okay? Because we got the real riders on my channel. We got the real riders, okay? We got the bout it's on my channel. And you know, and the thing is, I'm a Virgo and I get bored very easily. So
Me too, Virgo.
what day is your birthday?
September 19th.
Okay, I'm September 4th.
Okay. Dang, I was hoping your birthday was the same day as mine.
Oh, I know. Close enough.
Please say the 19th. Okay.
Close enough. Close enough.
Close enough.
But yeah, you stick with me, Jeff, and I will introduce you to everybody who's real. Because the thing is, and again, this is we're going to compare and contrast at the end of the video, is how much has my perspective about certain people in the movement, how much has it changed over the past 2 years? Because a lot has changed over the past 2 years. I don't look up to certain people the way that I used to. And I'm understanding more now than ever what the qualifications of a general are and what we need to be doing versus just the constant fucking, like, you know, some people are follower drunk. We got a lot of people who are follower drunk. They make great videos and they say everything that we want to hear. And there is something important about the essence of feeling supported and having a community and feeling like, okay, I'm not the only one who's seeing what's happening in LA, seeing what's happening in San Francisco, seeing what's happening in Vegas, seeing what's happening in Columbus, seeing what's happening in Chirac, seeing what's happening in all of these democratic cities. Like, because if you isolate yourself and if everyone around you, you know, is a liberal, then you're going to believe that you're crazy. So there is an element of comfort that comes from watching some of these influencers who are making millions of dollars but do not have one fucking action item for the Patriots. There is
Talk
something.
real to me.
What'd you say?
Talk real to me.
Yeah, like Megan McGlover. Yeah, she's amazing. You know, this is why I do watch parties for Megan McGlover and for I did one about a month ago with Hotep Jesus, and Hotep Jesus is one of those people who actually has some answers. You know, we've been talking about the problem for 5-6 years.
When I see you, I'm whooping your ass. Stop it.
And I didn't like Hotep Jesus at first, but now I'm like I've got like a politics crush on him right now, like big time.
I hope that we spend it. No.
Is he married?
Look at you. Is he married? Look at she all like, is he married? I don't know.
I told him he was handsome on Twitter. I shot my shot. I shot my shot.
All right.
But anyhow, yeah, so this is what this is about. But yeah, Jeff, like, please stick with me. Me and you are going to be friends forever. So Jeff is the best. Okay. So you guys, Jeff is a good one. And he carries weight on his shoulders that many of us will never be able to understand. So everybody say thank you to Jeff in the comments. Please just, you know, thank him and motivate him because he is a very good man.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
You the shit, Jeff.
You the shit.
Rioters and these terrorists burn down the rest of the city while little babies get shot in the car.
Right?
While babies get shot in the fucking car. While people get shot at a funeral.
Yep.
Okay.
Say their names. Say their names.
Don't nobody want to go near her ugly ass. Nobody wants to go near Lori Lightfoot Beetlejuice. So Democrats hate veterans. We have been asking them, well, not me.
Natalia Wallace, 7 years old, shot on the sidewalk in the forehead. Makai James, 3 years old, killed by a bullet intended for his father.
Please, we cannot survive off $300 a month. Please give us the money that our spouse paid into the insurance system. Please give us the money that was promised to the soldier when the soldier was alive.
Karen Kennedy is going to walk straight into the accountant's office, and she's going to sit there while the accountant signs every fucking check. And she's going to sit there and watch every accountant sign every check. And she's going to watch that every check go into an envelope with a fucking stamp. She's going to watch that accountant drive those envelopes to the fucking mailbox and put them in his or herself. That's the type of leader Karen Kennedy is. Don't get it twisted.
No, we can't find it in the budget. No, we can't find it in the budget. No, we can't find it in the budget. But it's insurance. No other federal employee had to fight to get the insurance that they paid into for their entire careers. No other federal employee.
Nope.
Just survivors of soldiers. So fuck you, Democrats. You don't care about veterans. Stop using our name. Keep our name up out your mouth. MOUFF, mouth. Keep our name up out your mouth. Those individuals who are destroying property, they're not protesters. Stop using that word. Oh, by the way, what the fuck are they protesting?
Mm-hmm.
What are they protesting?
Mm-hmm.
The shit is over. What are they doing? Oh yeah, and what is being accomplished? Oh, if you want to help, if you want to truly help, because you're not helping. You're not helping. If you want to help, go sit down with city leaders. Go sit down with state leaders. Go sit down with congressional members, like military widows had to, and talk to them and try to get something done civilly. Get something done through legislation. Get something done through necessary conversations. But burning shit down and destroying public property illegally, federal property is not helping. George Floyd's ass is fucking dead, okay? Why don't you ask some of the families of these poor little children their parents who are still left alive?
What did they call him? Saint George of fentanyl? I don't know who said it. Somebody
she's
said
fucking
it.
raw than a bitch.
She's raw as fuck.
She reminded me of a good friend of mine called Kata True. She's from LA. She be with Chanel Temple, and they used to be out there in the forefront out there. She reminded John know what I'm talking about. Metal slander, man, me so much. She reminded me so much of Kata Truth, man.
Hey, Celtic Coven, yes. Yes, my dear, I will send you instructions. I would love to. I would love to hear Sasha's voice. I can't even do an accent. I love you guys. I love you, Celtics Coven. I love you. I love you. I love you. I had to work today, so I couldn't do Save a Christian Sunday, but I am going to read all of your emails. And if Sasha can record anything that she wants to say, just if she has a phone, there's a way to do a voice note. Email me the MP3 and I'll play it. Okay. I love you, Celtics Coven. You guys have been with me for a really long time. Thank you for being here.
After their babies have been shot up by black folks, mind you.
Takiria Dawson, 17, shot in the head in Maryland.
Instead of making
Jace Young,
problems, causing more violence,
okay, shot a block from my job in San Francisco. 6 years old.
Big ass groups of nasty, monkey ass fucking losers who don't want to get a fucking job. What are you doing? What are you doing? That ain't helping George Floyd's family. That ain't helping the black community. You ain't helping nobody. You just helping yourself to property that you didn't purchase.
Yep.
Ain't that a bitch? Helping. You ain't helping. You're making it worse. And we know you're doing it on purpose because you can't win an election. Because
right.
Your handlers have told you to just fuck shit up and cause violence because they want to try to get Trump to walk up out the office. Well, guess what, bitches? He ain't going no fucking where.
Yeah.
He's going to be here for at least 4 more years. And your bitch ass.
Nigga, what?
Part of the solution.
Well, that didn't happen.
Get the fuck out because we can do without you. You ain't working anyway. You ain't paying into the system. You ain't giving nobody no money. You're just a big lump of shit. Doing drugs all fucking day and goodness knows what else. So the Barr hearing, as it was, like Attorney General Barr said, didn't he come here to be heard? He wasn't heard. He was interrupted the whole time. Why the fuck did they even ask him to come up there? Why did they ask him to even bother? They ain't let him talk. And when he did talk, and when he did get some jabs in, because he did, he won. He won, by the way. He won. They lost, as usual. You know what you are? You know what you are, Democrats? You are the fucking desperate ex-girlfriend. Once again, you're the desperate ex. You're the one that the dude who jumped your ass gave you 30 minutes to say, okay, here, close the chapter, close the book, end it, put the fucking footnotes in. I'm going to give you 30 minutes to talk. And as soon as she opens her fucking mouth, see, bitch, this is why I dumped you in the first place. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say. Lose my number, get off my Facebook, get off my Instagram, get off my Twitter, get off my Parler, get off all of my social media, get off my Snapface or Snapchat or whatever the fuck that is, and leave me alone because you're a psycho bitch. And I should have never met you. I should have never took you home. And now I regret the day that I met your stupid ass. That is what the Democrat Party is. The desperate and want to keep yelling and screaming and hope against hope that they can figure out some way to destroy this country. They are pyromaniacs.
Yep.
They just want to watch it burn.
Yep.
No rhyme, no reason, no real care about any of it. They've made their money.
Yep.
And now they can just go ahead off into the sunset and spend all the money they've been stealing from us for freaking 6-7 decades.
Yep.
This is why they're freaked out.
Yep.
Because they owe people.
Yep.
They owe their
The pipe, it's time to pay the piper. It's time to pay the fucking piper, and they don't have the goods. They don't have the goods. They don't have the presidential seat. They couldn't let in who they wanted to let in. They couldn't let in the illegals they wanted to let in. They couldn't keep their pedophile rings going. They couldn't keep Hollywood as we know it going. So what do? After they threw everything they could throw at Trump and still couldn't get him out of the seat, what did they do? They tried to destroy us all. And they have destroyed a good amount of us. I don't know if the
Typical
restaurant industry
narcissistic
will ever be
behavior.
the same. I don't know if corporate dining will ever be the same. I have to change careers right now. Because I don't know if the days of fine dining and small plates and 3-hour seatings and small spaces and 14-course meals and jam-packed restaurants, I don't know if those days are ever going to come back. I gave almost 2 decades of my life to the restaurant industry and the catering industry and the corporate dining world. I don't know if the tech companies are ever going to come back.
A lot of them did
I'm
not.
scared right now. Okay. I have to change. The Brewers Association, the fucking Brewers Association has predicted that 40% of all craft breweries, and there's only 8,000 in this country, they predicted 40% of them are not going to make it. And they predicted that at month 2. Month 2. We're going on 6 months of this shit. I don't even want to go to the Brewers Association website because I don't even know if my other brand has a future. I'm trying to make one. I'm not sure if I can. And the Democrats did this to me. Gavin Newsom did this to me. Steve Sisolak is doing this to me. He's doing this. They're doing this to all of us because their money is in offshore accounts and because they have houses all over the world. They got bitches all over the world. They got cars and airplanes all over the world. They can go wherever the fuck they want. They can live in Dubai the rest of their lives while we are here. The American people, the blue collar American people are going to be left to pick up the pieces.
Radical crank leftists, they owe them. They told them that they would get him out. They told them that they would enact their radical policies. And it ain't
Time to pay up.
Green New Deal.
Time to pay up.
Let's get that skinny bitch up out of here. Your ass is not going. You might have stolen the primary whole bag, but you ain't gonna win in the general because people know what you are.
Did she call her whole bag?
For the full hoe bags of the apocalypse.
She called them the 4 hoe bags of the apocalypse.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the white boyfriend who's so
Next.
disruptive that she's screwing every night. Who's got to put a pillow over her head because she's so fucking ugly. Anyway, let me
Doggy
get
style.
to my guns here. The bar.
She already has a pillow on her head. She got a pillowcase.
And they lost once again. They have
No
to
offense to
lose.
my
Can you imagine
Muslim
what
brethren and
live in
sisters.
where the so-called officials, the so-called congressional leaders of this nation are excusing and supporting and probably funding and advocating for literal violence. They are advocating for violence and then turning around and saying, oh, it's poor veterans. Fuck you. You haven't cared about veterans. You don't give a shit that veterans, survivors, and soldiers been trying to live off $300 a month. You don't give a fuck. You don't care. Stop using. Don't keep our name about your mouth. Go talk to somebody else. Go talk to the miserable purple-haired fat losers that you seem to love. Okay?
Oh.
Go and use them as the example.
All right. Oh. And she kills it again. So I don't have much more to say, but keep watching her videos. Go follow her. This woman has strategy. This woman has dealt with things before. This woman knows the system and she knows the game that they play. And it's people like her that can be in this movement who have lived a little bit longer than some of us. Because you see, while me and Candace Owens and Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro, when we were all playing with Legos, Karen Kennedy was a grown-ass woman. She can fix this problem. Young Pharaoh has strategy. He can fix some of this problem. Axe Truth has strategy. He can fix some of this problem. Okay? There are people in this movement who have lived some real life. They see the problems and they know how to cut it off at the head. If bitch ass AOC and bitch ass Ilhan Omar can be congresswomen, so can you, and so can I. So I've decided, and you'll see it in the note, you'll see it in the descriptions now. If I can get to 250,000 followers, and this is not a vanity project, I have nothing else to live for. Okay, I really don't.
Nigga,
Culinary is my life. It really was. That was it. It was my life. I gave my arm for it. I have burns all over my body for it. I have more knives than I can count. I've spent more money on knives than I think I've spent on clothes in my life. Okay? Culinary is my life. I have nothing else to live for. I have nothing else to do. So now I'm in this fight. So if a bitch ass bartender can become a representative, why can't a dope ass chef who's actually had some management experience, who knows how to read, who doesn't play with coloring books and sit on the floor? How about you maybe let's give a chef a chance. Okay? Because you got straight up Mickey Mouse Clubhouse in the Senate right now. We got people from cartoons running the country. These aren't even real people. These are fucking characters. Okay? If that bitch can do it, why can't I? So fuck her. Get me to 250,000 followers, I will fucking run. I don't know if I'll run in Nevada or California. Probably shouldn't run in California because I'll.
Ooh, Charlie, nigga, what?
Let's just say I'm gonna need security, okay? And not for them, for me, okay? All right? For me, y'all need to hire security for me. I don't need a security guard. Y'all need security, okay? I better not run for nothing in California, but I'll try in Nevada. We'll see. I'm dead ass serious. And if I don't do that, then I'm going to join the Border Patrol. I have nothing else to live for. So once again, Karen Kennedy, ooh, she the baddest. That's executive level right there. No doubt. She has strategy. She's got it. She's one of the chosen ones, I'm telling you.
Okay, so yeah, definitely a lot has changed. I will never, the only thing I need to go back to California for is to get my clothes, because it's been almost 2 years and they're still in my roommate's garage. I have 3 suitcases full of clothes and knives, and a gun and a 38. So I need to go back for that. I am done in Nevada. I've really tried to be an asset here in Texas, but what I'm learning is that Texas Republicans are very not open-minded at all.
Yes.
They're not. They're really not. And instead of seeing me as an asset, they probably see me as a liability, and that's fine. But the thing is, if we are going to take notes from the enemy's playbook, we need to understand that different people bring different things to the table.
Right.
So it looks like it's very likely and almost 100% true that I'm going to be moving to Florida. But the thing is, guys, I will fulfill that promise. I'm not going to die without running for something. I'm just not. You know, I will find a way. Because I thought everyone else was the chosen one. No, I'm the fucking chosen one. I am here to lead the resistance.
Thank you.
That's why I'm here. That's why I got a second chance at life.
Yes.
It's actually like my 6th chance at life. I've had a couple other near-death experiences.
Yeah.
But again, like, I don't know what the future holds for me, but I know that I'm going down with the ship. I am going down with the fucking ship. I'm good.
You're good.
So, Mo, did you have any thoughts you wanted to share based on that video and based on what we're talking about in terms of structure and leadership or anything else.
Yes, she called it how she see it. How she see it. Not what she heard. It's what she see it. And that's the problem with a lot of our patriots. We don't call it, I ain't gonna say we, but they don't call it how they see it. You know, I personally, and from what I see with you call it how you see it.
I call it how I've been experiencing it already for so many decades. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that illegal immigration is not a problem. If you work in hotels, if you work in restaurants, it is a fucking problem. And it's been a fucking problem for decades. Now, I'm not saying I don't like nobody. I like them. If I have to choose between a Mexican and a white boy, I'll get me some Mexicans. But the thing is, I want them to be here, and I want them to pay. I want them to be here. I just want them to pay taxes. I just want them to stop using fake IDs. I just want them to stop getting DUIs and being able to walk away from it, crashing cars and killing people, and being able to walk away from it without consequence. I'm not saying what I heard. I'm saying what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I was a fucking liberal, I used to see it all the time. You can't live in Los Angeles and not see DUIs everywhere and Mexicans getting away with it, because it happens all the time. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not making this up. I have real life examples for everything that I've experienced.
Yeah.
And those experiences are what has made me a patriot. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm influenced by this, or I've been mesmerized by that, or I've been manipulated by that. You ain't got to, I don't know. No, it has nothing to do with what I've heard on TV or heard on the radio. It has to do with everyday experiences that I've had. And Karen Kennedy is a Gold Star mother. Not only did her husband die, but her child died of cancer. Can you imagine? I mean, in some ways, I've lost my child too, but I haven't. I mean, she's really lost her child. Her child ain't coming back. Her child ain't sitting nowhere like mine is. The point is, she works. She knows what it's like to be a military wife. She knows what it's like to run a company. She works for a federal branch currently. So she is that person that you talked about. She is that leader that you talked about. She's got more skin in the game than any of us are. And maybe that video wasn't the best example of some of the things and strategies that she talks about, but she does have a lot of strategy.
That was the best example. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she has other videos where she talks about immigration and other things like that. And, you know, she really has, like, in her mind, she can actually come up with a fucking plan. In her mind, she can come up with a plan that is feasible and executable. And that's what I'm talking about here. Are we going to sit here and talk about this and talk about that all day, all night, like we have been for the past several years? Or do we want to put people in place that understand clever and inventive war strategy? And I think that that's what she is. That's what she has.
Yeah. Wow. That is facts.
And you know, I'm not talking shit about my boo Chad Prather, but I have made videos talking about the results of the election here in Texas. For, you know, he ran for governor, he only got about 3.8% of the vote. And again, forgive me, like I love my boy Chad, but again, he's another marketing person. He's not a leader, because I'll bring up the text message. The minute I got off the plane in Houston, when I first got here, Chad Prather was the first person that I texted when I got off the plane. I said, Chad, I'm here. What do you want me to do? Can I be your campaign manager? Can I do anything for you? And Chad fucking ignored me. And even when I
Of
saw
course.
him in Longview in January, he fucking ignored me. And that's the fucking problem with Republicans.
Good
They,
Lord.
they don't want to bring in new blood.
No.
They don't want to bring in new blood. And that's why we're failing.
Yep. You better say it, girl.
And
Wow.
don't Chad's a good man, but again, he's a singer and a comedian. He's not a fucking leader. He is. I'm sorry. And we have a place for singers and comedians. We do. But sometimes, he ain't it. I mean, at least Alan West got like 12% of the vote. Maybe Alan West is the guy. Maybe I need to call Alan West instead. Or maybe I just need to move to Florida and start running for shit myself. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, why not?
Friday, March 4th, 9:36 a.m. I'm waiting for your action items. Hold on. Let me turn off my background for a second because it's just blowing everything out. I'm waiting on your action items, Chad. Chad hasn't talked to me since March 4th.
That reminded me of me and Brandon Tatum. Let me shut up.
Did you reach out to him?
Me and Brandon Tatum was cool. We was talking on the phone for hours.
Uh-huh.
Man, I got the video of me and him. So we gonna hit the streets, Mo. We gonna hit the streets, Mo. And I ain't heard from him since.
You haven't, because he doesn't do rallies. He went to DC one time.
But I called Brandon. Look, when I called him on the phone, I said, Brandon, we talked on. I said, Brandon, you don't reach out to the streets. You're not for grassroots. Hey, Mo, let's talk about this, bro. He hurried up and did a video with me. And I get it. It was for the proof of point. Like, you know what? At least I'll reach out to smaller YouTubers. No. Fuck that, Brandon.
Well, Brandon Tatum's net worth is $800,000, which isn't a lot. It's not a lot, but it's definitely more than you and I have. So he's a gatekeeper, and he's protecting. He will always back Candace. He will always back Turning Point. He will always back Blexit, and that's part of his brand. And again, does he fall into the category of leader, or does he fall into the category of spokesperson for our movement? That's the question. If you've got that much money to protect and you're still making more money, has Brandon Tatum ever been demonetized on YouTube? Pretty sure he hasn't.
He's paying YouTube. Not paying YouTube, but YouTube is making a profit off him.
That's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm trying to root out. This is what I've been trying to root out for the last 2 years. Who's fucking getting paid to be an entertainer or a spokesperson or a marketing executive, and who is actually doing work? There's a vast difference.
Mm-hmm.
Candace Owens' net worth is $2 million. Ben Shapiro's net worth is $25 million. Okay. And I understand some of that comes from books. And we know that Candace married into a very, very rich family. So that might be her net worth, but she got more money than that. Okay. We know. We know that.
All right, George Farmer. All right, George.
There we go. Scoff and protect. Exactly. Scoff and protect. And that's what they do. So again, it's been 2 years since I made that video. Obviously, we did not keep Trump as president. It may not be even of our own fault. We did the best that we could. We all did. We all put our lives on the line. Some of us went to jail for it. Just saying. But it's like, now is the time to exercise wisdom. And we need to be more aware of whose t-shirts we're buying, because there's a difference between a leader and a t-shirt salesman. There's a difference between a leader and an entertainer. And that's what I'm trying to get people on my channel to understand. It's hard for me because I'm not trying to sit here and stab a bunch of people in the back that I've met and that I care about and that I
Right.
think are relevant to this movement. That's not the point. The point is, if we want to save America, what are we going to do? Are we going to follow behind the same people saying the same shit? And yes, they make us laugh and they make us feel comforted and they calm us down from our red pill rage. But are they leaders? Do they have action items? Are they telling us to become deputized as volunteer voter coordinators and registrars? Are they encouraging us to become clerks when the vote at the voting polls to be able to watch out for voter fraud? Probably not. When have you ever heard Candace Owens say anything about encouraging any of her millions of followers to become clerks?
No, she don't.
No. Okay. I went and I did some not work. I just volunteered one time, but I went and I infiltrated the Beto O'Rourke campaign. Who amongst the patriot movement is encouraging the patriots to infiltrate our enemies' political strategies? Like nobody. I'm the only one. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to sit there. I felt disgusting. I felt like I had just like
Yeah, on everything.
I felt like I had just fucked a homeless guy or something. You know what I mean? I felt so disgusting after doing that, but I did it because I wanted to find out where the weaknesses were in his gubernatorial campaign. Now, maybe someone like Chad Prather, if he had hired me, which I would have volunteered to do for free, if someone like Chad Prather had fucking, actually answered my messages instead of ignoring me like he does, maybe someone like me would have been able to do that, and I would have put a team together of people of color and LGBT to go fucking infiltrate their campaigns so we can find out where is their weakness and how can we combat it. But you see, Republicans don't think that big.
Hell no.
They think very small, and that's why they lose.
Little pencil dick ass motherfuckers. I said it. So I like that. Yeah, there you go.
Hold on. I said what I said.
Said what you said. Unpopular opinion, motherfuckers. This is the real cheese. It is motherfucking house, nigga. All right,
Nigga.
sorry, man.
What's up? We got Mama Tina in the house. Moment of silence for Caleb. Mama Tina, thank you for being here. You're catching us at the very end. I don't have much more to say. I just thought it would be fun. And Mama Tina, we definitely got to talk soon. I'm off Tuesday if you want to talk, Mama Tina. Anyhow, listen, for anyone who has not already donated, okay, Mano, I need you to donate, okay? The fundraiser information is right. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Celtic Coven, I need you to donate. Jeff already donated. D. Benders, I need you to donate. Betty White, I need you to donate. Greg, I need you to donate. Steve, I need you to donate. Zach already donated. Rhonda, I need you to donate. Okay. If you guys are here or if you're watching the replay, make sure that you donate to the fundraiser. I don't care if you donate $5. I don't care if you donate $10.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. And the thing is, collectively, last time we did this fundraiser right before Christmas time, we fundraised $580 in 5 days. I gave you guys ample time to get your money together, as well as 2 Fridays. So whichever Friday you get paid on, whether it was last week on the 8th or this week on the 15th, get your fucking money together. Okay. We can do $1,000. That is the goal. Gas has it is increased tremendously. Pampers still need to be bought for Zach's baby. Okay. And obviously, I will always give you guys, for anyone who's a veteran, I will give you the option. If you don't have the money and you want to keep making excuses, I'm not going to embarrass you on my channel. I might embarrass you if you come back, if you clap back at me with excuses, I might embarrass you. But the more gracious way to do it is to write Zach a letter. So I will have that information on Friday. Okay. My only days off this week are going to be Tuesday and Friday. So I've got a lot of live streams on Tuesday, and then I'll be doing a lot of live streams on Friday. Okay, so we're pushing. I'm
You are
getting
busy.
donations
You are
from
busy.
Instagram. I'm getting donations from TikTok. Okay, guys, we're all working together. We're all working together. I don't care if it's $10. Make your coffee at home. Make your lunch at home and forego one fucking meal for somebody who is truly suffering and that needs help. We got someone here from TikTok. I'm sorry, from Twitter. Papa Hotep. Thank you for being here. Papa Hotep is from Twitter. So, I mean, they're coming in. They're coming in. And the thing is, I'm one person. I'm shadow banned. Mo, you know what this feels like. You know what it feels like to have 700 views and then you have like 90. And it sucks. But the thing is, I don't let it affect my confidence. I'm gonna keep pushing till my dying day. There was a time when Axe Truth had over 1 million followers. When I first probably like 5 years ago, when I first started watching Axe Truth, he had over 1 million. So anybody who ever questions the following that he had, he did have over 1 million when I first started with him. He sure did. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Write a letter and don't talk to me about anything else. Okay. This isn't about you. This is about Zach. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not trying to negate the things that you go through in your daily life. I'm just letting you know that where there is a will, there's a way. And if you don't understand motivation, then don't be on my channel. And I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that to everyone. I don't fucking play. I didn't get where I am in life by coming up with reasons why I can say no. I come up with reasons why I can say yes. And I am asking and forwarding that to you. Do you need to go listen to some Tony Robbins? And am I not a good enough life coach for you, John? Am I not? Because I think I'm a pretty fucking good life coach. Okay. But if I'm not, please go listen to Tony Robbins or Grant Cardone or Simon Sinek or anyone else you have to listen to get yourself out of that mindset of saying no. I don't want to be a no person. I want to be a yes person. I want to say, yes, I will answer the call. Yes, I will write a letter. Yes, I will send $5. Okay.
But I have learned something in my lifetime, Chin, that the first will be last and the last will be first. You know, your labor is not in vain. Our labor is not in vain.
It's not. And the other thing is you need to also understand the parable of the talents. Okay. The one who invested 2 received 2 back. And the master said, servant, well done. The one who invested 5 received 5 back. And the master said, servant, well done. But the one who buried his money in the sand and then said, master, you're too strict on us. You're too mean. You're mean, Jenny. You're such a bitch, Jenny. Well, guess what? I've been called a bitch since I was 13 years old. And it doesn't change who I am. Because the thing is, if you need a bitch on your side, you're going to be calling me.
Nickel what?
Because ain't nobody else going to get it done for you. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind.
You better ask somebody.
You better ask somebody who I am, because I've been this way my whole life. Maybe I'm not perfect, and maybe my graphics aren't perfect, and my logo's not perfect, and whatever the fuck, but guess what? I'm going to get you your money if you need it.
You better say it.
So don't play with me. And I don't mean that in a derogatory or mean or
No.
or like I'm saying this to motivate you because what
Yeah.
goes around comes around.
Mhm.
Miracles happen. I just made $500 this weekend. I worked my ass off, but I made $500 this
It's the
weekend
work.
because I said yes. Because I wasn't intimidated. You know what? There's a part of me like I've had another job since October, and I was really reluctant to go back to the restaurant business and the catering business. But you know what? I said, fuck it. I need to pay down my credit card. I need to get Zach's wife his money, and I got shit to do. So you know what? I bucked up and I did it. And you know what? It was actually a blessing because the first day that I was there, I had a great time. I had so much fun. It was actually I did a wedding. Everybody was so nice to me. Everyone was so cool. Nobody got crazy drunk.
Mhm.
You know, it was a good job. It
Good
was a good
job.
gig. And you know what? All those nice people and all those smiles and seeing everybody happy, you know what? That gave me back what I had put into it. Because that's how the universe works. What you put into it is what you will get back. So maybe $5, $10 is a lot to you.
Some.
Okay. But you know what? That's going to put Pampers on his daughter's butt. That's going to keep the lights on in his wife's house. So don't sit there and talk to me about why you can't do this and why you can't do that. We're all on a strict budget. And you know what? We're on a stricter budget now than we were 4 months ago when we first did the fundraiser.
You dig?
It is so much more expensive for me to take Uber to work. I will fucking walk to work if I need to.
Mm.
My job is 2 miles from my house. And I will walk to work if I
Yeah.
can't fucking take Uber. You know
Right.
what? I spend out here in Texas. We have a grocery store called HEB. I didn't know that HEB delivers groceries. So you know what? I don't eat out for lunch. I don't eat out for dinner. I make all my own food and I keep myself on a strict budget. And I spend $110 every
Mhm.
2 weeks on my food. And I eat healthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Vegetables, blueberries, turkey, everything. Okay.
Mhm.
I do what I have to do to get it done. And if y'all patriots are not willing to do it, this is why we're fucking losing. Because guess what? The Democrats are willing to do it. The
Hell
Democrats,
yeah.
the Democrats, the Democrats and the white guilt liberals, they donated $90 million to BLM for what? And y'all can't donate $5, $10 to Zach? Don't give me that shit because I will destroy you and embarrass you. There are people who have gotten kicked off of my channel because they wanted to make excuses. And I care for you. I'm giving you tough love. And what does it say that the qualifications of a commander? Strictness. We're not strict because we want to piss you off or make you upset or make you uncomfortable. We're strict because we understand how things go when you want to get the ball rolling from point A to point B. You don't have to like it. I don't
Mhm.
care if you like it. I don't care if you like me. There's
Yeah.
plenty of people who do. And if you need something, I'll be there for you. You may not like my methods, but I'll get it done.
Good done.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. I was just going to say that shit. Next.
Smelly Finger. I don't know if I've seen you on my show before, but welcome. If you haven't been here before, thank you for being here. Lisa, I don't know if I've seen you on here before, but
That's my
welcome.
girl,
Thank
Lisa.
you for being here.
Lisa.
Hey, Mo, why don't you leave us with some closing thoughts? So we have like Jerry's final thoughts. Why not have Mo's final thoughts? Anything you want to say to encourage everyone?
Hey, my final thoughts, y'all. That don't mean because a person have the most followers that is smartest people in this patriot movement. That don't mean shit. I'm strictly grassroots. like I was telling John, when I first started doing live stream, he's the only motherfucker in my motherfucking chat room. And I still kept the motherfucking going. Keep your shit going, motherfucker. It ain't about the motherfucking views. It ain't about the motherfucking likes. It ain't about that. Just spread your message. Because people will catch the replay. The replay is the most important thing over here. You dig? The replay. It's not about a lit chat room. It's not about that. And that's the problem with you motherfuckers. Y'all think because you got a lit chat room that you got a big message. Fuck you and your fucking message because it ain't a fucking message. That's it. Do what you do and speak what you speak. It doesn't matter. Fuck them views. The more subscribers you get, the more flags. The more flags. Swear to God. Swear to God. The more subscribers you get, the more flags. For real. You better off staying small timer. Shout out to Tree of Logic. I like
Tree of Logic, yes. She's savage.
That's my girl.
Tell her I said hello. I know she doesn't know who I am, but just tell her I've watched many videos. To be honest with you, I think I listened to one of her interviews between her and Richard fucking Spencer, the neo-Nazi. And you know what? It was one of the most respectful conversations I've ever heard. And it takes a very classy woman to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So tell her I said hi. She doesn't know who I am, but just tell her I said
I definitely would tell her that. I swear I definitely would tell her that. She's such a sweet person. She is, man, so cool.
I feel like me and her might be a little bit similar because we're so
Yeah, trust me.
We'll get in your ass, but then when you know us in real life, we're like, hey, can I fix you a plate?
Tree is a teddy bear, trust me.
And I'm a snuggle bunny. I'm a snuggle bunny. All I want to do is like eat and listen to music and like snuggle people. Like that's all I do. Like that's all I want to do. I never asked to be in this fight. I just want to be the fucking LA party girl that I've always been. All I used to do was fucking go to rock concerts. That's all I fucking did growing up. Is just go fucking see shows and listen to music and fucking rage.
Right.
And now I'm raging in a different way. And it's very new to me. I've gotten used to it. But this is why I do what I do, is because I'm waiting for America to have fun again. We used to have fun in the 90s. We used to have fun.
Like, damn.
Nobody was looking at color. Nobody was looking at religion. Nobody was. Everybody was just fucking hanging out and fucking partying. And that's the America that I'm trying to restore. Right side of Floyd. I know I've seen you here before, and welcome back for being here. All right, so that's that. And I think this was a really fun live stream. I think this was fun, but it was also thought-provoking. We talked a lot about psychology. We talked a lot about business. We talked a lot about leadership. We talked a lot about activism versus t-shirt sales. This was good. I'm really happy you were here, Mo. Tell Kelly I said good night.
I definitely will.
Okay. All right, everybody. Again, please screenshot the information for the fundraiser. Last call. Make sure that you email me, RedPillRage@protonmail.com. If you have me or you know me on Instagram, that's fine too. You can Cash App. So if you have a credit or debit card, you can Cash App. Or I'm sorry, if you have credit or if you want to pay by credit or debit card, you want to go to www.defendzack.com. If you have Cash App, you can do $ Zach with a CH is innocent. Zach with a CH is innocent. Get your stuff in. The last live stream that I did around Christmas time was lit. We were laughing. We were crying. We were dancing. We were praying. It was intense. Okay. And the next one's going to be intense as well. This is a private stream, something that not everyone's going to see.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get a little wild. Y'all heard of Darling Nikki?
I knew a girl named Nikki, and I guess you can say she got a sex dream. I met at a hold. Come on, I ain't gonna sing the song. Come back, Nikki, come back.
So instead of Darling Nikki, we're gonna have Darling Jenny. We're also going to have a special cameo appearance from the Joker. Okay. We're going to be doing Sheena Easton. We're going to be doing Apollonia. We're going to be doing Vanity 6. We're going to be doing Tevin Campbell. We're going to be doing Morris Day in the Time. Y'all don't know what I got a playlist. Okay.
See, he got freckles like me too, so I love him. So
this is what I'm saying. The thing is, I myself, like, I've got a little bit of, this is when I can really let my inner LA party girl come out. This is where I can let my inner karaoke bitch come out. So this is it. So have fun with me. We laugh, we cry, we dance, we pray. And it's a blessing to his wife. He has 2 daughters. One is less than a year old. The other one is 14 years old. Zach was the main breadwinner in their home, and now he's behind bars, and he has been. It's been a huge financial strain. You can go buy t-shirts and buy hats, or you can actually help a real family, a real person that I know personally, one of the first fucking fraternity boys that I ever met. Proud of your boy, Uhuru. Okay, some of them are mad at me right now because I was talking Uhuru. Some of them are mad at me because I was talking shit about Enrique, but none of that matters. What matters is the wife and the kids, and that's who we're taking care of. This is not going into my pocket. This money is going directly to his wife so she can pay her fucking bills. That's what this is about. I would never take money for myself. Now, Mo did send me $20 for gas money. I'm going to send that back to you when I get paid.
No. Don't send that back to me. That's love.
Thank you. But the thing is, y'all know I don't ever ask for money. So if you like me, if you respect me, if you think that my channel provides you value, if you think that I motivate you, then throw us fucking $5 or $10. Like, it's not that hard. Okay. And on that note, everyone have a good night. I do need to go to bed. I got to work tomorrow. Again, if anyone wants to talk with me, live stream with me, record a video with me, call me on Tuesday or Friday. Those are my only 2 days off this week. I got to go back and bartend on Saturday. I won't be available, but I got your deliverables for each and every person who donates gets their deliverables. They get a panoramic picture, original photography taken by yours truly, as well as the private live stream. Mo, tell everyone how to find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Twitter. Look up Maurice Doe. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and just Google me. You find me somewhere.
He's everywhere.
I'm everywhere, man. For real, goddamn it. Next.
All right, everyone, you have a good night. Mo, thank you so much for being here. I needed someone like you for this particular subject matter. So thanks for taking the time.
I'll support you, man. You know what I'm saying? You want one of my favorite YouTubers. So hey, I got you.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
All right, good night. Next.